I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crap.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Second Rope Marks. I am your host, Allan Austin, joined always by Rick, drinking his wine oathly. Rick, good evening, good morning, all that fun
Hello.
jazz. Yes,
How
hello.
are you today? Hello. Very cultured tonight because I'm drinking wine. Well, you have your bottle of water in the morning. I've got
Always.
I'd say Pinot Noir, but I have no idea what it is. It's tasty though. So
It's a fermented grape.
That's
pretty much it.
Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday evening for me.
It's Friday morning for us. Big weekend plans ahead.
Yeah.
But we are here to talk about the title reign of the one Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge him, apparently. Now, many people will know, I say many people, the 10s and 20s people that would know that we are not big WWE fans. We have watched it since childhood. We still keep up with the product, so we know what's going on, and specifically the major storylines, such as the Bloodline, which so happens to have our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, as the head of the table. But has the reign been all that it's cracked up to be? We'll delve into it.
No, sir. No, sir. But before we get into that, I have a gripe about Dynamite this past
What grinds your gears? What grinds your gears, Alan?
What grinds my gears? I'm not even going to call it that. I'm just a little, I guess I'm just a little upset, a little annoyed. And Kate from Fightful also, I feel the sentiment with Kate from Fightful because it makes zero fucking sense. And the fact that they released a shirt of this makes absolute zero sense.
Okay.
So if you did not watch Dynamite, go watch it. It was actually a decent episode of
I haven't
Dynamite
seen
this
it.
past. Samoa Joe has a big meaty man slapping meat with Samoa Joe. Great match. Keith Lee, Samoa Joe. Keith Lee, Samoa
Great
Joe.
match.
Great match. After the match, Samoa Joe vacates the ROH television title.
Yes, he does.
Why? Why?
Because he's achieved everything he can with that title.
Okay, so fucking lose to Keith Lee. Done.
But then his stock drops for MJF.
No, it doesn't. It does not. One bit. Not one bit.
See, I'm of the opinion that, you know, a champion needs to drop the title to move on. 100%. But we look back in late 97, the Rock and Austin feud. Austin kind of does the same thing. He doesn't lose the IC title. He relinquishes it to the Rock.
I feel like Goldberg did that too.
Right. I know he relinquished the US title.
Yeah.
So I understand where you're coming from. I do. But especially if Joe's such a prominent part of this complex storyline, I don't see how he can drop it to Keith Lee. If he's going to drop it to anyone, it should have been Keith Lee because Keith Lee is a monster. He's equal. I get it. But you could have had a screw job finish if you wanted to do it that way. You could have had Max cost Samoa Joe. But I understand the gripe, but I'm not overly fazed by it.
I mean, I'm not really either. It's just annoying. It's just like, okay, so what are you gonna do with Keith Lee now? Are you gonna if they give him if he somehow wins some kind of thing for ROH television title, then it's gonna be stupid. Then it's gonna be more
Hmm.
stupid. And it's like if you're
Yes.
trying to get all these new eyes on Ring of Honor by having some AEW people as your champions, and then just take the title off of them before what's coming up, Final Battle or something.
Yep. Final battle.
Why didn't you just have them all defend the titles on Final Battle? That gives more viewers for your Final Battle. Nope, because people are gonna be wanting to watch, like the elites defend the trios titles, but that's already done already. And now Smo Joe vacates the title, and now they're coming out with a shirt that says King of Television. No, he's
Yeah.
not. He's
But
not anymore.
a bit strange.
Very
Bit
strange.
strange.
Very strange booking by Tony Khan. Like always, that is my gripe. Should have gone with the Keith Lee. I love Keith Lee.
Oh, he's
Bask,
great. Extremely
bask
underrated.
in his glory.
He was underutilized in WWE,
And it's
and he
looking like
was
he's underutilized
shocking.
now.
Shocking. I would have liked to have seen Keith Lee Roman Reigns. Just FYI,
That was a
would have
nice
liked to
little
have seen that.
snippet we got at Survivor Series and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of
Now
Roman, to Roman.
he gained the title. He won the title in August 30th of 2020. So that's over 3 years ago now. And he won that in a triple threat match between Braun Strowman and The Fiend. And he'd done that by sitting out the entire match and then picking up the pieces.
Yeah, I think he
And
came
since
out
then,
at
yeah,
the end and signed the contract and then
that's right.
wreck everything and leave.
Now, since then, August 30th, 2020, we won't count that. He has had 30 title defenses in that 3+ years, which it seems a lot in the scheme of things if you were in MMA or if you were in boxing. It's huge. But in the world of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, that's not a lot. That is the part-timer of all part-timers. Like that was the
Orange Cassidy
yeah,
defended that title more times than he did. And he
yeah.
had it for way less time.
He did. He did. Now, I'm not shitting on Roman Reigns. I think what he has done with how WWE presented him previously is nothing short of phenomenal. Okay. He was force fed down our throats to the point where Rey Mysterio, of all people, coming out at number 30 in a Royal Rumble, got booed out of the building because he wasn't Daniel Bryan. For the sake of this episode, I will call him Daniel Bryan, not Bryan Danielson. For Roman Reigns, for Dave Bautista, for anyone that wasn't him. And then they have Roman Reigns win a Royal Rumble like the following year, and people are chanting Rusev, and Rusev is a Bulgarian heel. This was Vince McMahon's vanity project to get him to be the face of WWE.
They even had The Rock come out when he won.
Yeah.
To try to be like,
him.
This is the new face. Acknowledge him. And everybody was booing him because you see The Rock like
this is bullshit type of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But somehow, and again, I think a lot of babyface characters need that, like that just absolute mega heel turn. They need that heel run to establish themselves to become that mega babyface. There's no doubt that Roman Reigns will probably be WWE's biggest babyface in the coming years if he doesn't retire before then. Because
he's technically a heel.
He is technically a heel.
It's weird.
Not even technically about it, really. He is a heel. But he's more interesting now. He's more interesting than he's ever been.
Yeah.
This tribal chief character is phenomenal. The trouble with this is the bloodline storyline is over. That's dead. That's done.
yeah, what was it, like a month or two ago? Paul Heyman was like, "We're in the bottom of the third inning of this
Yeah,
story." Nah, bro, we are we are bored as fuck right now, and it's the same ending to his matches.
yeah.
Interference, interference, interference. Like, come on, man.
Roman Reigns has actually lost one of his 30 title defenses. Do you know who it was to?
Jay.
No. Seth Rollins.
Oh boy.
He lost via DQ. Seth Rollins come out in his Shield gear to play
Hmm.
mind games. This was a very unusual heel versus heel match, but Rollins was the babyface by proxy because he come out with the Shield music, the Shield gear, and Roman actually lost that. That's the only time he has lost a match in these 3+ years.
That's insane. That is insane.
It is. He has had some stinkers in this title reign. He has had some great matches. He's had some average matches. He has had a fair few stinkers. And I think it all comes down to the repetitiveness of the story arcs that he's been going with. And again, it's not Roman's fault. This is what he's being given.
Hmm.
Character work wise, he's phenomenal. Like, this is sports entertainment at its absolute finest. Like, you're not watching his matches for 5-star classics.
No.
You're watching it for the soap opera drama.
Yep. Who's gonna interfere
And
this time? How's he gonna get out of this match?
yeah, like, my personal favorite was him versus Jay Uso in the first match, and then when they done it again in the Hell in the Cell.
Oh, so
Like,
we're talking Thunderdome era.
yep, in the Thunderdome era, that's it. Like, Jay was, he become number one contender. He's a tag team wrestler, part of the family, and Roman Reigns was a tweener at the time.
Yep.
And then that's when the heel turn really kicked in. And that's when you saw the evolution of Roman Reigns at becoming the tribal chief. And a lot of his character work is credit to Paul Heyman.
Hmm.
Like, if Paul Heyman isn't by Roman Reigns' side, I don't think a lot of this stuff works.
No.
For me personally.
Nope. Yeah.
Well,
I agree with you on that one. I think without Paul, there is no tribal chief.
no. Now, he has had a number of opponents. He's faced a lot of opponents just once. He has faced a couple of opponents twice. Would you like to take a guess at who he has defended his title against the most?
Brock.
Brock. No. No.
Okay, hold on. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is tied with Daniel Bryan. 4
Wow.
defenses each.
Wow.
I was shocked by that stat as well when I done the research and I got everything here. 4 defenses each, Owens and Daniel Bryan. And all 4 matches like that they had were phenomenal. Like, if you forget about the botched handcuff spot at the Rumble in the last man standing match, that they needed to call an audible. That I just watching that and I'm like, okay, they're having an issue here. You need to call an audible here. You need to do something, because it took me out of the moment, and I'm sure it took millions of other viewers out of the moment. It's like, okay, like, we know it's scripted, but
I'm like, watch this. It's like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on with these handcuffs? It can't be that fucking difficult to use handcuffs.
Yeah. Evidently, I think he was just tied in too tight against the support beam, I think it was.
Yeah.
He's faced Brock 3 times, and for me personally, the best match he had with Brock. Actually, he's faced Brock more times than 3. but we're just going off his defenses from when he
Yeah.
regained the title in 2020. Just so we're clear with the viewers.
Yeah.
SummerSlam's last man standing match was by far and away their best match that they've had since WrestleMania 31 or 32 or whatever they had it at.
That was the tractor one, right? Where the
That
tractor
was
lifted up
the tractor one. So unique. So again, like we've seen Zambonis, we've seen beer trucks, we've seen hearses, we've seen all sorts of vehicles. I think a tractor was a first.
Milk truck.
And the milk truck as well, yes. Yeah, good old Kurt Angle.
Love you, Kurt. Love Kurt. Yeah, that Royal Rumble match, and I agree. That SummerSlam match was actually.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
It was crazy, but again, there hasn't been a lot of matches that Roman Reigns has had where you felt like he was legitimately in danger. Now, they've missed the boat on a couple of people to pull the trigger on the next superstar, the next megastar. The next megastar. Now, recently as LA Knight. But do you pull the trigger on him at a Saudi show? To me, he was just always going to be the placeholder. It doesn't matter how much people were cheering for him for LA Knight.
Yeah.
It was never going to happen.
No.
The other person, obviously, at WrestleMania 39 was Cody Rhodes. Like, you can argue with people till the cows come home. There's a split audience of people that think that Cody should have been the one to dethrone him. And there's others that think, no, it was the right decision. Roman's still got more legs in him. The story is Cody's chase. WWE's track record doesn't show that Cody's chase is going to end in a happy ending. Like, let's rewind slightly. Cody Rhodes was never a main eventer for WWE. Okay, he was a young guy with a name. He was the son of Dusty Rhodes, brother of Goldust. He was a tag team wrestler, and he was an IC title challenger at best. He was dashing Cody Rhodes with his nice mustache. He was Stardust of all fucking things. And then he bet on himself and he made a name for himself on the indies. Okay? He helped create All Elite Wrestling. He went to New Japan. He revolutionized Ring of Honor. WWE brought him back because it's a great look. They just snagged an EVP from AEW.
Mm-hmm.
They brought Cody home. Cody was never going to be the man because he's not a product that got over in WWE.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he started his career in WWE, so you could say he's a WWE original, but he never got over in WWE. He got over outside of WWE and in spite of them. I don't see Cody ever winning the quote-unquote main title. He may win the world heavyweight title that Seth Rollins has got.
Yeah, but that'd be stupid end to that story.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
No.
Like, so who ends Roman Reigns' title reign? Do they let the Rock do it? No.
Well, I feel like that was probably going to be the plan for Philly this year or next year for WrestleMania. But as of 2 days ago, the actor strike ended. As you can probably tell, John Cena's cryptic post on Instagram with "That's all, folks" could either mean two things: was him going back to acting because the actor strike was over, or maybe he's legit done with WWE. Cena's
he's close to 50.
and
He's
he
in
hasn't
his late
won,
40s.
and he hasn't won a singles match since 2018. I mean, granted, he's been gone most of it, but to not win a match you're John fucking Cena.
Yeah. but that shows you the unselfishness of John Cena.
Yes.
You know, like
hate hate him.
loved him as the Doctor of Thugonomics, and then he got the WWE treatment of being shoved down our throats with no lube.
Shoved down
just
our
gone.
throats.
Typical.
Yep.
WWE's taken something that's hot, and they have just force fed us until we're sick of it.
Yep.
That's what they've done with Roman Reigns.
Yep.
I would have loved to have seen a John Cena heel turn, just FYI. That would have been money.
Because he started off as a heel. He was kind of a heel with his Dr. Thugonomics with Bull Buchanan.
B squared.
B squared. But yeah.
So that leads to the question: who dethrones Roman?
It's Cody.
Actively, you think it's Cody? I think it should be, or it should have been. It should have been Jay. When it wasn't Cody, I think it should have been Jay. It should have been Sammy in Montreal, even if it was
those are my three.
Yeah, even if it was just for a week, and then Roman gets the title back on SmackDown through nefarious means, and then they still do the Cody Roman thing. I know WWE are big on history and rewriting history and erasing history and everything else, and they want to make him the longest modern day champion. Numbers don't mean shit if you're never there.
Right, exactly. He's approaching Hulk Hogan's record now.
Yeah.
So it's like
Hogan was there.
Yeah, racist piece of shit. But
yeah, true.
It's like okay, do we get Cody back into this title picture to finish his story to win the title that his father, nobody else could from his family, win the title in WWE? Do we have him finish the story at WrestleMania 40? Or do they be like, you know what? He's this close to Hulk's record. Why not just, continue, like, put this story on hold for a little bit, continue, go off and do it. But like I said, there's, in my opinion, there's 4 people that could probably dethrone him. It could be, you can probably bring Sammy back into the mix too and be like, no, like, see what I've been doing to your bloodline? Like, Jimmy's acting all weird. Jay's on main event Raw. Like I'm got you in your head and all that stuff. You can bring him back in to have him try to win the title again. Cody to finish the story. Jay, because he's quite popular right now. Or Solo.
Solo Sikoa to dethrone Roman. He doesn't. What they've done with him is brilliant. Like, he come from NXT. He wasn't in NXT long.
No, not long at all.
And he's been the silent assassin for the bloodline.
Watching.
Which is great.
Learning.
Yeah. But he needs character development.
That's what you got Paul Heyman for. Do a double turn. Be like,
True.
You know what? Be like, just like, he's like, I want a shot at the tribal chief. I want a shot at the head of the table. I want a shot at the title. Then, like, out of nowhere, just like Paul Heyman slides Solo the title, and then game over.
Could you imagine Sikoa wins the Rumble, eliminates Cody, and Roman Reigns' face is just like in sheer disbelief?
Like,
that would be really good.
Yeah.
And it will create a new superstar. Like, Cody's established.
And here's another thing. Do you have Cody win the Rumble back-to-back? No. Which is why I still think Damian Priest has the fucking Money in the Bank holder
He does.
Bullshit.
He'll cash it in on an IC title or a US title because they don't know, or it'll be on Seth.
It's going to be either on Seth or they pull Otis and Miz from like last year,
Yeah,
where he
a
faces
couple years
Cody.
ago.
It wasn't. I don't know years
Yeah,
anymore. Where he
and
faces.
Otis held the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, let that sink in, people.
Yep. Like I feel like they're just gonna do Cody versus Damian. Cody wins the title, or not the title, the briefcase. He puts the briefcase on. He's like, you know what? Because I want to say Sammy stole it at the Saudi show, Crown Jewel.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell
I,
you.
I didn't really watch.
I saw bits of Raw recently, but
Mm,
couldn't tell you anything from the Saudi show other than the results.
yeah.
Um, it's intriguing when you break it down like we have. Like we started the show, it's like the Bloodline storyline is over, it's dead, and everything else. There are stories there, but for it to happen, Roman needs to be more active.
More
In
there.
this year, 2023, he wrestled January 28, February 18, April 2nd, and then didn't wrestle again until August the 5th. And then his last was November 4th at Crown Jewel. Like, that's five times this year he's wrestled. And he's probably been on TV an additional 5 weeks. That's it.
I also think like there has to be a reason that he's just like taking all this time off. I mean, he did
it
have
could be his
leukemia.
leukemia. It could
exactly.
be.
Which
So,
I get, which I don't want to shit on for him not being there if that's the actual excuse. But there, I get it. And also if you're battling something, just you're supposed to defend the title within 30 days. That was the rule back then.
That's the rule. That's in the rule book. The rule book that we have never ever seen, but it was drummed into us ever since we started watching wrestling. If you are our age, if you're a 15-year-old,
30 days.
If you're a 15-year-old listening to this, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Zero.
But there's a clause, and they've stripped champions before because they haven't defended in the 30 days because it's in the rule book. Yes, it's pro wrestling. Yes, it's sports entertainment. But if you want it to be or seem legitimate, you need to stick to these combat written rules.
Yep.
I don't know. I the more I think about it, I like your idea with Solo Sikoa. I pray it isn't The Rock. I pray it isn't The Rock. I even more pray it's not Brock.
No,
I don't ever need to see those guys face off again. It's not a big match anymore. And it's the same shit. Unless a tractor's involved, it's the same shit.
Yeah, it really is. And it's the same shit for every one of Roman's matches. They're doing their thing. Then Roman looks to be in trouble, looks to be losing his title. Then here comes Jimmy, blah blah blah.
Or Jay at the time, and now Solo.
Yep.
You know what? There's literally only a couple where he didn't cheat to win. And one was against Cesaro. Technically, he didn't cheat against the Demon, Finn. That was the ropes breaking, which was the god-awful worst finish you could ever think of. Haven't seen the Demon since, by the way, people. That killed the Demon character off like that.
I don't know if I remember that.
He fought Finn on SmackDown, and then like 2 weeks later, he faced the Demon at... He faced... Where are we? Trying to scan while semi-pissed.
But the ropes broke?
Yep. Finn Balor in Extreme Rules.
Oh, of course.
So they had the red lights come down, and then Finn's theme music come on, and it revitalized him, and he was kicking the shit out of Roman, and he was about to win. He's on the top rope, about to go for the coup de grace, and then the rope snapped, and he fell down to the mat, and then Roman Reigns beat him.
What a bullshit ending.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit finish with all the WWE bullshit finish thing. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yep.
Yes.
And
it's looking like he's probably not going to be at Survivor Series this year either.
More than likely.
Which is
more than likely. They'll focus, and they'll focus Survivor Series on the War Games match, and then the potential return of a certain Second City Saint. There's so many, I'm not even going into that on this episode. There's so many theories, but you reckon him? It won't be the guy that stands in a golden shower. I think he's done. Randy Orton's done.
He's been at the Performance Center.
He's been
training.
I don't know.
He is.
What's he got left to do?
Exactly. And if you bring him back, War Games? No way. What do you want him to go right the fuck back out?
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yep.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But we got War Games.
On a WWE pay-per-view, not an NXT pay-per-view. So
premium live event. Premium live event.
PLE.
And it's the first one for Cody. A match his father made famous.
He's never been. Yeah, that's right. He's never been in War Games.
He was supposed to be in Blood and Guts, which was AEW's version of War Games, but then COVID happened, and then blah blah blah. They couldn't do it. COVID really ruined a lot of shit.
It did. You know, as we say towards the end of every episode, like, wrestling is in a good place. Like, regardless of what you like, what you dislike, what you shit on, what you don't shit on, there's something for everyone. There's a documentary on Netflix called Wrestlers, which details OVW, which was an old developmental territory. It's now run by Al Snow. That is a really good watch. It's 7 episodes, goes for about 50 minutes each. So that gives you the inner workings. We've got AEW that we talk about a lot. We've obviously got WWE. You know, if you've got Honor Club, you've got Ring of Honor. New Japan is in the middle of their junior tag league at the moment. I say in the middle, they could actually be at the end now. Mm-hmm. I haven't really been following it. Impact is turning into TNA again. Like, there's just so much good shit happening at the moment. Shit. If you like professional wrestling, if you like sports entertainment, and you can't find something you want to watch, you're obviously not a big enough fan to appreciate what is going on. Because there is something for everyone in every promotion that is going around at the moment.
We got Bloodline still going strong with WWE. We got War Games in WWE. We got the Devil's Mask. Who the fuck is the Devil? I don't know. I gave you my theory, but that just got shit on real quick on Wednesday. So I literally, you know what? It's great. It was like, for me last night. It was also like this. Like last night, watching the Loki season 2 finale of Marvel's Loki. I didn't know what was going to happen, and it happened, and it was great. I loved it. Same thing with whatever's going on with this Devil's Mask. I don't know who it is. I have my theories, but right now I don't even care anymore. I just want to watch it. I don't care who it is.
And you know what? And that's what keeps us invested. As you said with the Loki series, it was an ending you weren't expecting. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yep.
That's what wrestling needs to be. It can't. But we're smart enough. You know, smart marks or whatever. You know, we know it's a joke term, and we refer to ourselves that a bit of tongue in cheek. You know, or we're smart and everything else. We're not in the business. We're not backstage. We don't know what is going on. No. We have our theories. Sometimes our theories are bang on the money. Sometimes they are so far left, like, and that's the joy of it. That's the beauty of it. Like, just enjoy wrestling. I wish you were wearing your shirt as like professional wrestling because your favorite movie is fake too. Like, just enjoy the drama.
Yeah.
Enjoy the athleticism, enjoy the drama. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan.
Yep. It is. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Exactly.
Gotta love the streets at night.
Well, we are in daylight savings times for us. That's another thing. Over here, we were like trying to pass a law or something to try to stop this daylight savings time bullshit. Like, I don't know what actual it's been crazy. It's been crazy over here.
So I live in the state of New South Wales here in Australia. We have daylight savings. The state above us, which is Queensland, they don't have daylight savings. So their clocks do not go forward or back. It is the same all year round.
The fuck, man. I feel like we need to adapt that because, well, although it was cool getting this extra hour of sleep, I have a kid. I really didn't get a fucking extra hour of sleep.
See, it's really bizarre over here as well, because obviously I grew up in England, right? And it wasn't until I went back 5 years ago during summer that I remembered that in summer in England, it doesn't start getting dark until 9:30, 9:45 at night.
Fuck me.
In summer. In winter, it starts getting dark at about 4.
Yep.
So here in Australia, it starts getting dark about 5:30 in winter, and then it starts getting dark about 8:30 in summer.
It's kind of how we are.
Yeah. The difference being, though, at the moment, it's like summer's like tomorrow is meant to be 40 degrees C. It's
So
meant to
that
be fucking
be-
scorching.
That sounds like 90s.
Yep. It's
Or-
not nice. It's not nice.
I miss it. I miss it so much.
It's just
I'm
sweaty,
wearing
man.
fucking
It's
hoodies. I have a fucking space heater right next to me.
I've turned the air conditioner off. I don't like it on during the night. Waste electricity.
For me, even in the summertime, I'll have like the air conditioner on. It's like a noise. Plus, like my wife,
Yeah.
like is the temperature of the sun. Like it's
So is mine. Yeah, so is mine. It's ridiculous.
It's like
the heat radiates off her.
yeah, it's like how. And like I didn't have the heat on. It was like decently cold last night. I didn't have the heat on last night. I'm like, I'm good. Like you're radiating heat off me, so I'm off to me, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
But as always, you can like, comment, subscribe, our YouTube show, our channel, everything. Share. Sharing is caring. Sharing.
That's it.
You can follow us on Spotify. Our shows are on there. Drop a 5-star review. 5-star. 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 5-star review. Follow us on Twitter. Our handles have been down here. Second Ropes has been up there. Richard,
Interact with us.
yes.
Interact with us. You know, we're slowly building. Slow and steady wins the race, apparently. And
Get in there.
it helps that we enjoy what we're doing. Like, we're passionate about pro wrestling. You're passionate about Marvel, which I can't wait to get into more with you, because like you're such like a Marvel geek. It's brilliant. I love it.
Wikipedia.
That's it. But yeah, we're passionate about what we do, and we enjoy having conversations and intelligent debates, sensible debates with all types of wrestling fans. So we're extremely approachable. Hit us up on the Twitter, on the X. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, everything. Help us grow. Once we grow a bit more, there may be some Second Rope Mark merch coming your way very, very soon.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And with that, we will see you next week, next time, whenever that will be. Bye, everybody.
Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. have a vision, I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need